Right there in the digestive area, you know, in the abdominal cavity. Spleen is one of the organs, but know which system it belongs to. And this is our big stomach, right? Right? Like I said, I'm not going to ask you to say, hey, what's that? You know, because everybody knows this is the stomach. What I'm going to ask you about, though, are the... So if I put a pin over here, and I'm asking what's that region of that organ, you say the fundus, right? Okay? And this is a good cat. Sometimes it's all blown up, you know, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And there's the cardia, which is right there. But I said, don't worry about the cardia because it's very small. But the lower esophageal sphincter or the cardiac sphincter is right there. Okay? So fundus. So if I put a pin over here, anywhere in the middle, and I'm saying what's that part of that organ, you say body. Okay? Body. And therefore, if this is the greater omentum, this is the greater curvature. Right? You see? All this big curve right there. Greater curvature. And therefore, this is the... You guys chime in. What is this? What is this? If this is the greater omentum, what is this? Lesser omentum. And therefore, this is the lesser curvature. Okay? And therefore, you see how the body tapers into this narrow region here? So if I put a pin here, and I'm talking about what's that part of that organ, you say pylorus or pyloric region. Right? Pyloric region. Do you see where it kind of crimps right here? Right here. If you palpate for it, you could feel it right there. You see? Like right in there. That's where the pyloric sphincter is. Okay? So if I put a pin here and I'm talking about what is that structure that regulates gastric emptying, I won't say what's that sphincter because that's like giving you half of the answer. Right? So you say pyloric sphincter. If I was to put up here and I say, what's that structure that regulates gastric filling up here, then you can even answer that without a tag, right? Then you'd say cardiac sphincter or lower esophageal sphincter right here, because it regulates how much, what's the filling of the stomach. And this regulates the emptying of the stomach into the small intestine, which starts here. So if I put a pin close to the stomach, you say duodenum. Okay, what's that part of the GIT, I will say? Gastrointestinal tract, I'll spell it and say GIT. The later one, I'll just say, what's that part of the GIT? Then you say duodenum. Okay, duodenum. Okay, because this is the first part of the small intestine right out of the stomach is the duodenum. And the duodenum, we said, runs along the spleen. You see, I'm opening my little apron, the greater omentum. So what's this organ right here? What's all that organ right there? The pancreas, the one with those famous cells, your 4 cells, remember from the exam? Mm-hmm. So pancreas, 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 all that. It's a big organ, okay? And then, okay? So the pancreas, oh yeah, I should leave it like that here. You see, these are the abdominal aorta right there, going down there. Well, the abdominal aorta is right there. This is the mesenteric artery, superior mesenteric artery. So that's for later, okay? Okay? And then these are the kidneys, of course. They got over-infused, so that's why they're blue. And then, of course, this is the renal vein, okay? But this is the pancreas. So I could put a pin over here. I could put it here. Or I could put it along the duodenum. It's all pancreas. You see? This sort of nodular organ that's long. Okay, you see how the pancreas goes all the way down there. When the pancreas ends, that's when the duodenum ends. So if I put anywhere along here, and I'm asking this part of the GIT, you say duodenum. Okay? And then if I put anywhere in the middle, you want to know where you might know where the duodenum ends, but you won't know where the jejunum ends. So if I put anywhere, a pin anywhere here, you say jejunum. Okay? Jejunum. Then the other pin is going to be close to the large intestine. So the large intestine, I'll follow it from the rectum, so I know for sure it's the large intestine. You see how smooth it is? In the cat, no hostra. Do you remember how I drew it on the board for the human? So I follow it from here because that's the only way I know. And then I do that. I keep following it from there. You see, there. And I keep following it, following it. All this is the colon. See this? So therefore I put a pin here. Do you see how I started? I started from here and then I went ding 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 ding. So good. So the last pin for the small intestine, I put it close to the colon, and I put it and I call it the ileum with an E. I-L-E-U-M. Ileum. So duodenum, close to the pancreas, close to the stomach. Anywhere in the middle, jejunum. Okay? And then even though the ileum is the longest, I'll put it towards the end. And that's the ileum right there. It will be close to the colon. Okay? So the material is coming from the, and by then this is the cecum is right there. See, this is the cecum. And if it was a human, there will be an appendix here, but there's no appendix. Okay? Do you see how the liver is almost all on the right side? So you really don't have much space to have that thoracic duct going there. So it goes on this side. Okay? So this is now part of the colon or the large intestine. So this fecal matter, well, it's now fecal matter because it's going up there, and you absorb a lot of fluid and electrolytes in there. So this is the ascending colon because food is going up that way. Because the human is upright like that, right? So that's what that happens. So this is the ascending colon. So if I put a pin like right there, close to the ileum, you say ascending colon. And then if I put a pin anywhere where it curves like that and goes round, this will be the transverse colon because it's going across. Transverse colon. And if I put a pin somewhere here, then you say descending colon. Okay? This one doesn't have a sigmoid colon, but when it goes down there, you see where it ends? And now it becomes the rectum down here. Where it becomes the rectum. And then fecal matter is stored in the rectum. When it fills up, then you have the urge to defecate, and then it comes out. Okay? And the rectum is down there, and then the anal canal over there. So if it's all the way down there, rectum, if it's up here a little bit, but on the straight descending colon, transverse colon, and ascending colon. Okay? No rostra, no appendix. Okay? No tenia coli. Okay? All right? So all that is a part of that, and there's this pancreas, there's this spleen, there's the greater omentum. Okay? This is the urinary bladder. We don't get to do the urinary system though, but that's that. And then here, I'm gonna now go back up here, and then these are some of the blood vessels that we'll be doing for the thingy, for the circulatory system. You see, this is the superior mesenteric artery, and then this is the inferior vena cava. Now we do the lobes of the liver, right? The lobes of the liver, again, we start out here on the top. So you know the gallbladder is on the right, so you know that everything on this side is the right side. Okay, so this is the right median lobe, and then if I put a pin here on this, you say gallbladder. This is where the bile is kept, is stored. Okay, remember I said you won't be able to really see some of the biliary ducts. Okay, like the cystic duct that goes to the gallbladder here, and then the common hepatic that comes from here, and then the left and right hepatic that comes from the right and the left side of the liver, draining bile, and then going there, and then you might see a little bit of the common bile duct that goes down here and deposits into the duodenum, somewhere here in the duodenum. Okay, but you won't be able to see that. So those are the ones I won't be able to ask, but I expect you know about it, and I will probably ask about it in the lecture exam, because we will cover part of the digestive system and we'll do that. Okay, so this is the right median lobe, and this small itty bitty one is the left median lobe, and then this one right here is the left lateral lobe. Okay, left lateral lobe. And then for the right one, you have to kind of go deep inside here. Okay, you see all these two here? This will be the right lateral lobe. And then there's this sort of this renal flexure right here, which is the sort of curve that accommodates the kidneys. Right, this is a kidney right there. So this is the, so if I put a pin here or pin there, right lateral lobe, left lateral lobe, left median lobe, right median lobe. 4, right? We need 5. Remember we said the cat has got 5 lobes. Then the one is in the middle. See this pointy one that looks like a pointing finger right there, this would be the caudate lobe, makes the fifth one, and it's inside, so watch out for that. And then, like I said, the lesser omentum connects to the hepatic, you know, and then the yellow veins would be the portal blood vessels that drain the small intestine and dump, so the hepatic portal system, and dump into the liver, where it detoxifies, edits the nutrients, changes amino acids to other amino acids, and so forth and so forth. Okay, so greater omentum, and then what else? All right, I know I'm forgetting something.